ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are having an excellent night. I still don't have a name for these NBA recap videos, and tonight's a little tough because, as we're all hopefully aware of, James Harden made his return to Houston tonight. So I watched that entire game. I was live for like 2.5 hours. And after that, I just immediately watched the Trailblazers-Warriors game. So I only have 2 NBA games to recap. And kind of like, if you're not aware of my channel, I do mainly Rockets videos. So it's putting me in a little bit of a tough situation here. But I'm going to talk about those 2 games, kind of give you guys my take. I'm going to keep it actually pretty short today because with the whole Rockets situation, it's like, yeah, I mean, like, obviously I kind of had assumed what was happening. We've now lost 13 straight games. We just played one of the hottest teams in basketball. Like, my expectations weren't that high. But anyways, before we get into this video, if you guys enjoy it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, man. It's free. It really helps me out. It helps me out a whole bunch. So I'm trying to hit 10,000 subscribers one day. I don't know when that'll happen, but I'm hoping for one day, man. I really am. Houston Rockets, 13 straight losses. I thought what was nice was, first off, John Wall, just his tenacity straight up. I mean, this dude, every time he's on the court, no matter what, no matter if we've lost 13 straight games, if we've won 5 straight games, no matter what the situation would be, John Wall is going to give his all. Kind of rhymes. And I love him, man. I know how bad of a contract he is on, and it's really unfortunate because he's coming off a tough injury. He hasn't played basketball in a couple of years, and I think everybody agrees they want to see him succeed. But, as far as the Houston Rockets situation goes and the fit, probably not too long-term of a solution here, but we'll enjoy him while it lasts. I thought Victor Oladipo also had a pretty good game all around. He's very sloppy. He's been pretty sloppy just kind of the season in general, but specifically pretty much since he's been a Houston Rocket. I thought tonight was actually probably the second best game he's played on our team. And that's an issue, or it's not a big issue, or it's a big issue, but it's annoying because I know that this was his second best game as a Houston Rocket, like outside of his debut, which he absolutely balled out for us. He hasn't really been great for us, so hopefully he can string together a couple of incredible games. I mean, he dropped 30 points tonight. He had a good shooting game as well. Just the turnovers were a little bit sloppy, but things are looking up, hopefully, for Victor Oladipo getting healthy, and hopefully the Rockets can get hopefully they can milk some value out of him. But all in all, man, they only had 8 players tonight, and James Harden is just so talented. Like, also, I want to say another thing about Bruce Brown, because if you guys were in my live stream, you know how much I love Bruce Brown. I talk about him. Like, every Nets video I get a chance, I try to talk about Bruce Brown because this dude's a stud. This dude is a literal stud. And I remember, it was like my first semester of junior year, I think it was last year, I was constantly, I remember I used to take this one class above my library. I don't remember what it was. It was some kind of like religion class. Like global religion type study, some global history, something like that. And I just remember that class was like, let's just check Bruce Brown. Like, he was on my fantasy team. He had just kind of developed this role, the starting minutes. And I was like, I need to know how he's doing. I need to watch his highlights. I just need to know everything about Bruce Brown. So seeing Bruce Brown succeed, shout out to Miami as well. I mean, just seeing it's so great. And on the Brooklyn Nets, I love it, man. I want James Harden to get a ring. I saw a lot of comments on my last video. I think I said whatever video from the last 2 days or so where I said I really want to see James Harden get a ring. A lot of people obviously don't agree with that, and that's what makes basketball talk so enjoyable. But personally, I do want to see James Harden get a ring, and I know Bruce Brown. It's crazy to think, but he's gonna help him. He's gonna help him get there. So let's talk about the Trailblazers versus the Golden State Warriors. You guys know, I mean, I probably have to put the Warriors at my 3rd favorite team, and they're special. They really are. Steph Curry is just, he's special. I mean, outside of Derrick, if Derrick Rose didn't exist, Steph Curry would be 100% my point guard. But it was a good game on both sides tonight. More specifically, the Trailblazers. I think this was just an exceptional win for him, man. I'm looking at the stats right now, and I really think it was incredible. First off, they shot below 30% from the three. Dame really took on in the last couple of minutes of this game. He finished with 22 points, only 3 threes, but he had 2 huge threes at the end there, and he really just kind of propelled them to get that victory, especially energy-wise. Melo kind of turned back the clock tonight, 22 points. Gary Trent, shout out to Duke. If you watch my videos, you know how much I love Gary Trent Jr., Duke, baby. Robert Covington, he missed like the 2 free throws at the very end of the game. I was like, uh-oh. Luckily for him, the Warriors had no timeouts. Otherwise, I think Steph Curry would have won that game 100%. But still, nonetheless, 15 points, 9 rebounds, 38 minutes for Robert Covington. I personally I love the Trailblazers. Man, I absolutely love them. And I was rooting for the Warriors. Like I said, they're my 3rd favorite team. Probably if I had to rank my favorite teams in the NBA, I'd probably put them at 3. But the Warriors, they've been on a roll. The Trailblazers have been kind of struggling a little bit. They're all beat up. They've been beat up all season. They've been beat up the last decade, let's be real. But man, Steph Curry, he had a good night. 5 of 14 from 3. He still dropped 35 points tonight. I wish so much that Klay Thompson was not hurt, man. If Klay Thompson was not injured, I would be so terrified if I was a team in the West about the Warriors. Like, anytime you have Steph Curry, especially the way Steph Curry's been looking recently, whenever I think about the Warriors, man, I just think about the dynasty. I think about the good old days. But luckily for them, James Wiseman's back. Things are looking up for the Warriors, but it was a tough loss tonight. They're back to 19-17 after winning a couple straight. The West is just super loaded. It's super loaded this season, and it's going to be a great finish. But the most important parts, kind of just maintaining focus on guys like Andrew Wiggins. No Kelly Oubre tonight, but focusing on guys like Oubre, Wiggins. Those 2 guys are extremely vital to the success of the Golden State Warriors. So we'll see what happens. Draymond Green, nice game tonight. I can't wait. I'm really excited for the second half of the season. I'm really bummed out, man, that the All-Star break's about to happen. It sucks. I'm on spring break literally as All-Star break is going on, which is cool to kind of refresh, relax a little bit, but I wish I could just grind and stream all night. So anyways, if you guys enjoy this video, hit that like button, man, and if you have any video requests or anything you want to say, man, go ahead and say it.